Good morning, second graders. We are going to continue to talk about the strategy that we started talking about yesterday, which is base 10, and using base 10 blocks to solve addition and subtraction problems. So we talked about addition yesterday, and today we are going to talk about subtraction. Now, before I get started with that, you should have picked up a packet that looks like this. Now, there was other papers in it for writing and reading, but there was a packet that was stapled together, and this is your math choice board choices. So you have the different colored choice board choices, and there's only one that's digital or online, and that's the Boom Deck. But all the rest are paper pencils. So I'm going to direct you for which ones I want you to do for a particular day. So like this first one, I don't want you to do anything with this until we learn about some of the other strategies. So at the end of each day, I will tell you which one I want you to do for that day, and then you will need to take a picture of that and send it to me. Okay? So there's this paper, there's some paper that looks like this, and there's some task cards that look like this. So I might say that I want you to solve one of the story problems. I might say that I want you to show me different strategies to solve an addition or subtraction problem. Or I might say that I want you to practice writing your numbers in standard expanded word and model form. Okay, but I'll tell you that at the end. And then you're going to need to take a picture of that choice and send it to me for credit for that day. All right, let's get back to base 10. So yesterday we talked about how if I have let me just turn the page. If I have a addition number sentence and it says 23 plus 36, one of the strategies that we can use to solve that is by drawing base 10 blocks and adding them all up. So for this, I did 2 sticks to show the 2 groups of 10 and 23, and then my 3 cubes to show my 3, and then I did the same thing with 36, and to get my answer, I added them all up. Now, when you use base 10 blocks for subtraction, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to write a subtraction number sentence up here. Then we're going to talk about how we can work together. So I'm going to pretend like I have a piece of paper, and I want you to, well, I have a piece of paper, but I'm going to draw on it like yours. So you should have a pencil and a notebook. And we're going to solve 2 together, and then you're going to solve 2 all by yourself. So my first subtraction problem that we're going to do is going to be 26 minus 14. Now here's the difference. So first thing, if you don't remember, any time that you do a subtraction problem, the bigger number has to go first. So I have 26 and 14. 26 is my bigger number, so that has to go first all the time. All the time, bigger number goes first. In addition, it doesn't matter. You can put either number on either side of our plus sign, but in subtraction, you have to put the bigger number first. All right, the other difference is when you're doing a subtraction problem and you're using base 10 to solve it, you only have to build the bigger number or the first number. You don't have to build the second number. You really shouldn't. It might get too confusing that way. So I'm going to build our bigger number, 26. And I want you to do this with me. So I'm going to do my 2 sticks. Remember, I'm going to work really hard on making my sticks the same size to make them neat, because no strategy is helpful if it's messy and you can't read it. That doesn't help us at all. So your work should be nice and neat, so not only you can read it, but I can read it too. So I have 10, 20. Now I'm going to build my 6 with 6 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So now the reason why I don't have to build the 14 is because that's what I'm getting rid of from the 26. So I like to show that by crossing 14 out. Okay, so I'm going to use a different color. You're just going to use your pencil. And I'm going to cross 14 out. So I'm going to cross out one stick. And I'm going to cross out 4 ones. Okay, and then my answer is what is left. So I would count 10, 11, 12, and write my answer. So 26 minus 14 equals 12. All right, let's do another one together. So on your paper, you're going to make your paper look like mine. We just did 26 minus 14 equals 12. Now I told you that in a subtraction problem, the bigger number always has to go first. So in this problem, I want to know what 35 minus 21 equals. Okay, so my bigger number is first minus my smaller number. And now I'm going to build it. Now remember, in a subtraction problem, I only need to build my bigger number, 35. So here we go. I'm going to do 3 sticks, which equals a group of 10, 10, 20, 30. So you're doing this too. Now my 5 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm getting rid of 21. So now I need to go back and cross off 21. So I'm going to cross off my 2 groups of 10. Got rid of 1 group, but I need to cross off 2. And now I'm going to cross off the 1. All right, so I've gotten rid of 10, 20, 21, and now I need to count up what I have left. So I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 35 minus 21 equals 14. All right, so now that we've done 2 together, now you're going to do 2 all by yourself. So I'm going to write what those 2 subtraction problems are going to be, and then you're going to solve those 2 problems using base 10 blocks. Remember, you only have to build the bigger number. I only built 26, I only built 35, and then I crossed off that 21 and I crossed off that 14. All right, so the first one I want you to do by yourself is I want you to tell me what 44 minus 23 equals. Okay, so that's the first one you're going to do all by yourself. Then, after you do that, I want you to solve or tell me, show me, using base 10 blocks, what 19 minus 7 equals. Okay? Now, once you are done with that and you have shown your work, the choice board choice that I want you to make in your packet, I want you to turn to one of the pages that looks like this. Okay? And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So you're going to practice writing 5 different numbers in standard, expanded, word, and model form. Okay, so I've included a picture of a dice on our choice board. If you don't have dice to roll, or if you don't want to pull paper, you can use that digital dice to roll. So say I rolled, I'm going to turn the page real quick. Say on those dice, I rolled a 3, a 2, and a 1, I would use what I rolled to make my 3-digit number. So my number would be 321. I would show that number 321 in standard form. I would show that number 321 in expanded form. I would show that number 321 in word form. And I would show that number 321 in model form. Now there's not tons of room here for model form, so you're going to have to be mindful of that when you're drawing your picture. So there's 5. So once you've done that for 1, you're going to draw the dice again, or roll the dice again, do that for a different number, roll the dice again, do that for a different number, roll the dice again, do all that for a different number, roll the dice again, and finally do it all for that number. All right, so just to go over what your job is for today, your job for math is to solve these 2 subtraction problems using base 10 blocks. Then when you are done with that, you are going to practice writing your numbers in standard, expanded, word, and model form. And then you are done. All right, tomorrow we are going to talk a little bit more about base 10 blocks and how we could use with base, We're going to talk about regrouping using base 10 blocks to solve subtraction problems, and it's a little bit trickier. So tomorrow we are going to talk more about this, and it's going to be just a little harder. All right, this, and then you are done.